Welcome to Chemistry Fundamentals. I am Dr. Rajiv Oberoi. Today's topic is equivalent weight. How equivalent weight of any compound is calculated. I am sure that after watching this, you will be able to completely understand what is meant by equivalent weight and how it is calculated. We are dealing equivalent weight calculation in detail. Now, what is meant by equivalent weight? What is meant by equivalent weight? So remember that equivalent weight of any substance is equal to molecular weight of that substance divided by basicity of acid or acidity of base or number of electron lost or number of electron gained or change in oxidation state. In order to calculate the equivalent weight, the molecular weight of the substance is divided by any one of these. So if a substance is acid, then it will be divided by the basicity of acid. If a substance is base, then it would be divided, molecular weight would be divided by its acidity. If substance is salt, then molecular weight would be divided by number of electron lost or number of electron gained. And if substance is a redox substance, then the molecular weight of that substance is divided by change in the oxidation state. Now all these factors together is termed as Z. It is represented as Z. These factors together is termed as Z. Therefore, equivalent weight of any substance is equal to molecular weight of the substance divided by Z, and Z is any one of these. Z is any one of these factors: basicity of acid, acidity of base, number of electron lost, number of electron gained, or change in oxidation state. So we begin with the calculation of equivalent weight of acid first. So what are acids? So acids are those substances which are capable of donating proton. Those substances which are capable of donating proton are termed as acid, that is proton donors. Proton donors are termed as acid. For example, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, all these substances are capable of donating proton, therefore they are termed as acid. Now there is a word called as basicity of acid. Basicity of acid. So what is basicity of acid? What is meant by basicity of acid? Now basicity of acid is number of proton that one molecule of acid can donate. Number of proton that one molecule of acid can donate is termed as basicity of that acid. Number of proton that one molecule of acid can donate is termed as basicity of acid. For example, HCl ionized to give H plus ion and Cl minus ion. HCl ionized to give H plus ion plus Cl minus ion. That is, it gives one proton per molecule. Therefore, its basicity is 1, and whatever is the value of basicity, same is the value of Z. So for HCl, basicity is 1, value of Z is 1. H2SO4 ionized to give 2H plus ion plus SO4 minus 2 ion. Therefore, its basicity is 2, hence value of Z is 2. H3PO4 ionized to give 3H plus ion plus PO4 minus 3 ion. Therefore, its basicity is 3 and value of Z is 3. So what is basicity? The basicity is number of proton that one molecule of acid can donate. HCl can donate 1, H2SO4 can donate 2 per molecule, H3PO4 can donate 3 per molecule. So as many proton donated is termed as basicity, and basicity is value of Z. Now very important that basicity is number of proton donated and not the number of hydrogen present. The basicity is number of proton donated. Basicity is termed as number of proton donated and not number of hydrogen present. So in a molecule, number of hydrogen could be different than the number of proton it donate, or number of proton a molecule can donate may be different from number of hydrogen it have. So number of proton donated is termed as basicity of acid. It may differ from number of hydrogen present in a molecule. I describe this further. Now, let us discuss the example based on. Let us discuss the example based on this. The example based on how we can utilize this basicity and the equivalent weight. Now, for HCl the basicity is, so for HCl the basicity is 1. For HCl the basicity is 1. For H2SO4 its basicity is 2. For H3PO4 its basicity is 3. HCl can donate 1 proton, therefore its basicity is 1. H2SO4 can donate 2 proton, therefore its basicity is 2. H3PO4 can donate 3 proton, therefore its basicity is 3. And based on the basicity we find out the equivalent weight of the acid. Now for example, if molecular weight of HCl is m, suppose if molecular weight of HCl is m, so what would be its equivalent weight? So I said equivalent weight is molecular weight divided by Z, where value of Z for HCl is 1. Value of Z for HCl, value for Z, the value of Z for HCl is 1. Therefore, if molecular weight of HCl is m, its equivalent weight would be m divided by 1. Similarly, H2SO4 can donate 2 proton, therefore its basicity is 2. Therefore, if its molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight would be m divided by 2. It would be m divided by 2. Now, H3PO4 phosphoric acid, its basicity is 3 because it can donate 3 proton. Therefore, if its molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight would be m divided by 3. So equivalent weight of acid is molecular weight of the acid divided by basicity of acid, and basicity is number of proton it can donate per molecule of acid. Now as I said that basicity is number of proton donated, not number of hydrogen present. Very important concept, especially for the examination, that to competitive examination. The basicity and the equivalent weight for oxy acid of phosphorus, very important. This has been the regular feature in the examination. The equivalent weight calculation for oxy acid of phosphorus and calculation of basicity. Suppose if there are 4 examples given to us. There are 4 examples. Now these are, we are discussing with the oxy acid of phosphorus. The oxy acid of phosphorus H3PO4 is one oxy acid, H3PO3 is another oxy acid, and H3PO4 is the third case. We are dealing with the 3 oxy. There are 6 oxy acid of phosphorus, but we are dealing with 3 right now because we are discussing the basicity, very important. So H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4 respectively termed as hypophosphorus acid, orthophosphorus acid, and orthophosphoric acid. H3PO2 is hypophosphorus acid, H3PO3 is orthophosphorus acid, and H3PO4 is orthophosphoric acid. Now, looking onto the molecule, we can say that all these 3 molecules are having 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. H3PO2 having 3 hydrogen, H3PO3 having 3 hydrogen, H3PO4 having 3 hydrogen. So all are having 3 hydrogen. These are having, all are having 3 hydrogen. All these molecules are having 3 hydrogen. Therefore, what should be the basicity? So I told you that basicity of acid is number, not number of hydrogen present, but it is number of proton that is donated. It is equal to number of proton that is donated. So in case of H3PO2, the number of hydrogen present is 3, but observation is that its basicity is 1. Its basicity is 1. Why? We'll discuss. In case of H3PO3, the number of hydrogen are 3, but its basicity is only 2. In case of H3PO4, the number of hydrogen present is 3 and its basicity is also 3. Now, why it is so? 3 hydrogen but basicity is 1. 3 hydrogen, basicity is 2. 3 hydrogen, basicity is 4. Now, this is because of the structure. If we discuss the structure of number 1, hypophosphorus acid, it is P double bond O, H, H, OH. It is P double bond O, H, H, OH. In this case, it is P double bond O, H, OH1, OH2. And over here, P double bond O, OH, OH, OH. Now, it is further said that only those hydrogen, remember, only those hydrogen which are acidic, only acidic hydrogen can be donated in form of proton. Only acidic hydrogen can be donated in form of proton. So what is basicity? It is number of proton donated by one molecule of acid, number of proton donated by one molecule of acid, and further I am saying that only acidic hydrogen can be donated as proton. And what are acidic hydrogen? Very important. What are acidic hydrogen? So remember कि hydrogen bonded to highly electronegative element. Hydrogen bonded to highly electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine are termed as acidic hydrogen. So what are acidic hydrogen? So acidic hydrogen are those which are bonded to highly electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine. They are termed as acidic hydrogen and they can be donated as proton. So in case of 3 oxy acids, there are 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. But if we look onto the structure, out of, very important, out of 3 hydrogen, only 1 hydrogen is bonded to oxygen. Only 1 is bonded to oxygen. Therefore, only 1 hydrogen is acidic. Therefore, only 1 hydrogen can be donated as proton. Therefore, its basicity is 1. In case of next orthophosphorus acid, there are 3 hydrogen of which 2 are acidic because 2 are bonded to oxygen. Therefore, 2 can be donated in form of proton. Therefore, basicity is 2. Over here, only 1 hydrogen is bonded to highly electronegative oxygen that is acidic in nature. Therefore, basicity is 1. Over here, out of 3 hydrogen, 2 are acidic in nature. Therefore, its basicity is 2. In case of last, the orthophosphoric acid, the basicity is 3. Why? Because all the 3 hydrogen are acidic because all the 3 are bonded to oxygen and can be donated as proton. So if molecular weight of hypophosphorus acid is M, orthophosphorus acid is also M, and orthophosphoric acid is also M, then what would be their equivalent weight? So for first, in case of hypophosphorus acid, since its basicity is 1, therefore if its molecular weight is M, its equivalent weight would be M divided by 1. For hypophosphorus acid, the basicity is 1. Therefore, if molecular weight is M, equivalent weight is M divided by 1. For orthophosphorus acid, it is dibasic acid. its basicity is 2. If molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight is m divided by 2. For orthophosphoric acid, the value of Z is 3, that is, it is a tribasic acid. Therefore, if its molecular weight is m, then equivalent weight is m divided by 3. So for hypophosphorus acid, the equivalent weight is m by 1. For orthophosphorus acid, it is m by 2. For orthophosphoric acid, it is m by 3. So this is equivalent weight in case of acid. Equivalent weight in case of acid. If we discuss the equivalent weight in case of acid. Now if we discuss the equivalent weight in case of base, we were dealing with the equivalent weight of acids. Now if we discuss the equivalent weight of bases. So before we begin with the calculation of equivalent weight of base, let us first calculate or consider what is meant by base and what is meant by the acidity of base. So what are base? What are base? What are base? So we say what are base? Those substances which are capable of donating hydroxyl ion. Those substances which are capable of donating hydroxyl, that is OH minus ion, are termed as base. Those substances which are capable of donating OH minus, that is hydroxyl ion, are termed as base. There is a word called as acidity of base. What is acidity of base? So acidity of base is number of hydroxyl ion donated by each molecule of base is termed as acidity of base. Number of hydroxyl ion donated by each molecule of base is termed as acidity of base. How many OH one molecule of base can donate is termed as acidity of base. The number of OH ion donated per molecule. Let us consider an example. NaOH ionized to give Na plus ion plus OH1 minus. Since it can donate only one hydroxyl ion, therefore its acidity is 1, value of Z is 1. Calcium hydroxide ionized to give Ca plus 2 ion plus 2 OH1 minus ion. It gives 2 OH ion per molecule, therefore its acidity is 2 and value of Z is 2. So for NaOH acidity is 1 because it donates 1 OH. For calcium hydroxide, acidity is 2 because it can donate 2 OH. Now based on the value of Z for the base, we can calculate the equivalent weight. So if we consider the equivalent weight of base, as we have considered the calculation of equivalent weight of acid, let us now consider the equivalent weight of base. So what is equivalent weight? So I said equivalent weight of any substance is molecular weight of the substance divided by the acidity of base provided it is a base. So in case of NaOH, the value of Z is 1. Therefore, if molecular weight of NaOH is m, which is 40, if it is m, then its equivalent weight would be m divided by 1. Since NaOH is monoacidic base, value of Z is 1. Hence, if its molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight would be m divided by 1. For calcium hydroxide, value of Z is 2. The value of Z is 2. Why? Because it can donate 2 OH ion. It can donate 2 OH ion per molecule. Therefore, if its molecular weight is m, then its equivalent weight would be m divided by 2. So this is how we calculate the equivalent weight of the bases. Now let us come to the calculation of the equivalent weight in case of salts. So if we consider the calculation of equivalent weight in case of salt. So let us now begin with the calculation in case of salt. Calculation of equivalent weight of salt. In case of salt. Now equivalent weight of salt depends upon the number of electron lost by cation or number of electron gained by anion. The equivalent weight in case of salt, the equivalent weight in case of salt depends upon the number of electron lost by cation or number of electron gained by anion. Now very important, if in a salt the cation and anion are losing and gaining same number of electron, then there will be only one value of Z. But if in a salt the number of electron lost by cation and number of electron gained by anion are different, then remember, in that case the value of Z would be taken as the total loss or the total gain. So equivalent weight in case of salt, equivalent weight in case of salt is dividing its molecular weight by number of electron lost by cation or number of electron gained by anion. But if in a salt number of electron lost by cation is different, number of electron gained by anion are different, then in that case the value of Z is the total loss or the total gain. The total loss or the total gain. So let us consider example. For example, NaCl. In NaCl, so charge on sodium is +1, charge on chlorine is -1. So loss of electron is 1, gain of electron is 1. Loss of electron is 1, gain of electron is 1. Therefore, value of Z is 1. Hence, if molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight would be m divided by 1. For NaCl, number of electron lost by Na is 1, that of Cl is 1, value of Z is 1. If molecular weight is m, then equivalent weight would be m divided by 1. In case of calcium chloride, the charge on Cl is -1 into 2 -2, therefore charge on Ca is +2. So loss of electron in calcium is 2, gain of electron by chlorine is -2 in number. Loss of electron is 2 by calcium, gain of electron is 2 by chlorine. The number of electron lost or gained is 2. Therefore, for calcium chloride, if molecular weight is m, then equivalent weight is m divided by 2. If we take AlCl3, so in AlCl3, charge on Cl is -1 into 3 -3, charge on Al is +3, so loss of electron is 3, gain of electron is 3, value of Z is 3. Therefore, if its molecular weight is m, then its equivalent weight would be m divided by 3. Molecular weight, its value of Z for AlCl3 is 3. Hence, if its molecular weight is m, its equivalent weight is m divided by 3. So for NaCl, the value of Z is 1. If molecular weight is m, equivalent weight is m by 1. For CaCl2, the loss of electron, that is value of Z is 2. If molecular weight is m, equivalent weight is m divided by 2. For AlCl3, the value of Z is 3. Therefore, if molecular weight is m, equivalent weight is m divided by 3. But now comes the very, very important example. It is Al2SO4 whole thrice, aluminium sulfate. Aluminium sulfate. So in case of aluminium sulfate, the charge on aluminium is +3. The charge on aluminium is +3, whereas charge on sulfate is -2. Charge on aluminium is +3, charge on sulfate is -2, which means the loss of electron is 3 and gain of electron is 2. Loss of electron by aluminium is 3, gain of electron is 2. Therefore, the loss and gain of electron are not same. The loss and gain of electron are not same. So in order to make the loss and gain of electron same, aluminium is losing 3 electron, sulfate is gaining 2. We say since loss and gain of electron are not same, so as to make it same, we cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, that is aluminium is +3, sulfate is -2, we cross multiply. So +3 into 2 -2 into 3, so it becomes +6 -6. So the total loss by 2 aluminium would be +6. One losing 3, but total loss is +6. 1 sulfate is gaining 2 but 3 is gaining 6, so total loss of electron by aluminium is 6, total gain of electron by sulfate is 6. Therefore value of Z would be 6, the value of Z would be 6, the value of Z would be 6. Hence if molecular weight is m, then equivalent weight would be m divided by 6. If molecular weight of aluminium sulfate is m, then its equivalent weight would be m divided by 6. So this is how we can calculate the equivalent weight in case of salt. The calculation of equivalent weight in case of salts. So we have considered how we can calculate the equivalent weight in case of acid, then how we can calculate the equivalent weight in case of base, then how we can calculate the equivalent weight in case of salts, and now the last one, how we can calculate the equivalent weight for those substances which are redox in nature. The substances which are redox in nature, that is those which undergo oxidation and reduction. Those which undergo oxidation and reduction, for them how we can calculate the equivalent weight. Now remember कि equivalent weight for the redox substances is based on the change in the oxidation state. Change in the oxidation state. Let us consider an example to elaborate it. Suppose if we discuss regarding the KMnO4, potassium permanganate, KMnO4. So in case of KMnO4, charge on K is +1, charge on K is +1, charge on oxygen is -2 into 4 -8, therefore charge on Mn is +7. In case of KMnO4, the oxidation state of manganese is +7. Now when KMnO4 participate in the reaction, what happens? When KMnO4 participate in the reaction, what happens? So it undergo the change in the oxidation state. It is +7 right now. In KMnO4, Mn is +7, but during chemical reaction it undergo the change, and the change in the oxidation state becomes the basis of the calculation of its equivalent weight. So KMnO4 can be used in acidic medium, KMnO4 can be used in neutral medium, KMnO4 can be used in basic medium. The KMnO4 potassium permanganate could be used in acidic medium, in neutral medium, in basic medium. Let us consider. Now in acidic medium, the KMnO4 converts into MnCl2, it converts into MnCl2, it converts into MnO3 whole twice, and so on, which means in KMnO4 the charge on Mn is +7. The charge on Mn is +7, but whenever we take any acidic medium, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, etc., the oxidation state of Mn from +7 it becomes +2. KMnO4 in presence of HCl becomes MnCl2, where oxidation state of Mn was +7 and now it is +2, which means the change in oxidation state of Mn in acidic medium is 5. Therefore value of Z is 5. Therefore value of Z is 5. Value of Z is 5. In acidic medium, KMnO4 from +7 converts into +2, change is 5. Now if we consider the neutral medium, in neutral medium KMnO4 converts into MnO2. In neutral medium, KMnO4 converts into MnO2. In KMnO4, the charge on Mn is +7. In neutral medium, it converts into MnO2. Charge on oxygen is -2 into 2 -4. Charge on oxygen -2 into 2 -4. Therefore, charge on Mn is +4. So it was +7, and now it is +4. That is, change in oxidation state is 3. In neutral medium, KMnO4 converts into MnO2 +4. MnO2 +4, that is from +7 it converts into +4. Change in oxidation state is 3. Therefore value of Z is 3. Value of Z is 3. So in acidic medium value of Z is 5. for KMnO4. In neutral medium, value of Z is 3. In basic medium, now in basic medium, KMnO4 converts into K2MnO4. This is potassium permanganate. KMnO4 is called as potassium permanganate. K2MnO4 is called as potassium manganate. So from potassium permanganate, it is converting into potassium manganate. So in basic medium, KMnO4 converts into K2MnO4, where oxidation state of Mn from +7 becomes +6. KMnO4, in KMnO4, oxidation state of Mn is +7, it becomes +6. So since from +7 it is becoming +6, therefore the change in the oxidation state is 1, therefore value of Z is 1. So in acidic medium it is 5. Value of Z is 5 for KMnO4. Value of Z is 5. For KMnO4, value of Z in neutral medium is 3. In basic medium, the value of Z is 1. So depending upon the value of the Z, we calculate the equivalent weight. So this is how we can calculate the equivalent weight. So let us consider the equivalent weight calculation in KMnO4. The equivalent weight calculation in KMnO4. So for KMnO4 in acidic medium, if KMnO4 is used in acidic medium, the value of Z would be 5. For KMnO4 in acidic medium, the value of Z would be 5. Therefore, if its molecular weight is M, its equivalent weight would be M divided by 5. If molecular weight is M, then equivalent weight is M divided by 5. KMnO4 if used in neutral medium, if it is used in neutral medium, then value of Z would be 3. If molecular weight of KMnO4 is M, then its equivalent weight in neutral medium would be M divided by 3. In basic medium, the value of Z is 1 because change in the oxidation state is 1. Therefore, if molecular weight of KMnO4 is M, then its equivalent weight in basic medium would be M divided by 1. So it is M divided by 5 in acidic medium, M divided by 3 in neutral medium, and M divided by 1 in basic medium. It all depends upon the change in the oxidation state it is undergoing, the change in the oxidation state. So the equivalent weight of the substance can be calculated based on the basicity of acid if substance is acid, acidity of base if substance is base, number of electron lost or gained if they are salt, and change in the oxidation state if substance are the redox substance. So based on the equivalent weight, we can calculate the gram equivalent. We can calculate the gram equivalent. So let us deal with what is meant by gram equivalent. So there are two words. There are two words. One is called as the gram mole. One word is called as gram mole and other word is called as gram equivalent. One word is called as gram mole, other word is called as gram equivalent. What is gram mole? So we say molecular weight of any substance when expressed in grams. Molecular weight expressed in gram is termed as gram moles, but the equivalent weight expressed in grams is termed as gram equivalent. So what is gram mole? It is molecular weight expressed in gram. What is gram equivalent? It is equivalent weight expressed in grams. Let us consider an example. Suppose if we talk about calcium chloride. If we talk about calcium chloride, so in case of calcium chloride, calcium is losing 2 electron, chlorine is gaining 2 electron, therefore value of Z is 2. For calcium chloride, the loss of electron 2, gain of electron 2, value of Z is 2. Therefore, if molecular weight of calcium chloride is 111, calcium is 40, chlorine is 35.5 into 2, so total it is 111. So if molecular weight is 111, what would be its equivalent weight? So its equivalent weight would be molecular weight divided by Z. Z, value of Z is 2, therefore 111 divided by 2, that is 55.5. So what is the molecular weight? The molecular weight of CaCl2 is 111, whereas equivalent weight of calcium chloride is 55.5. Hence, Using these two value, we can redefine the gram equivalent and gram mole. So we can say that 111 grams of calcium chloride, 111 grams of calcium chloride is termed as 1 gram mole of calcium chloride. 111 grams of calcium chloride is termed as 1 gram mole, whereas 55.5 gram of calcium chloride, 55.5 gram of calcium chloride is termed as 1 gram equivalent. So 111 gram is termed as 1 gram mole, whereas 55.5 is termed as 1 gram equivalent. Now based on the gram moles, we define the molarity and molality. On the basis of gram mole, we define the molarity and molarity. Molarity and molality of solution is based on the gram moles, gram mole of solute, whereas the normality is based on gram equivalent. So let us define what is meant by normality. Now normality, which is represented by n, normality which is represented by n, how it is defined? So we say number of gram equivalent. It was gram mole in case of molarity, gram moles in case of molality, but in case of normality it is gram equivalent. The number of gram equivalent of solute present in 1000 ml of solution. Number of gram equivalent of solute present in 1000 ml of solution. So what is molarity? It is ratio of solute is to solution. What is molality? It is ratio of solute is to solvent. What is normality? Again it is ratio of solute is to solution. Normality is ratio of solute is to solution. Now how normality is expressed? So normality is equal to WB upon equivalent weight, WB upon equivalent weight into 1000 upon VA. What is WB? It is weight of solute. This is the equivalent weight of solute. WB is weight of solute taken, EQ is equivalent weight of solute taken, and VA is volume of solution. So it is weight of solute upon its equivalent weight into 1000 upon volume of the solution. As we have done in this topic itself, that equivalent weight is equal to, I said equivalent weight of any substance is equal to molecular weight divided by Z. Molecular weight divided by Z. So what is Z? So we have defined Z is basicity of acid, acidity of base, number of electron lost, number of electron gained, or change in the oxidation state. So since equivalent weight is Mb by Z, therefore normality is equal to, the normality is equal to WB upon, now equivalent weight, instead of equivalent weight we are writing Mb by Z. Instead of equivalent weight we are writing Mb by Z. So WB upon Mb by Z, Mb by Z into 1000 upon VA. If I readjust, the Z goes to the numerator and it becomes normality is equal to Z into, normality is equal to Z into WB upon MB into 1000 upon VA. Since WB upon MB into 1000 upon VA is called as molarity, WB upon MB into 1000 upon VA is called as molarity. Therefore, we say normality is equal to, so normality is equal to Z multiplied by molarity. Normality is equal to Z multiplied by molarity. Normality is equal to Z multiplied by molarity. If molarity is multiplied by Z, we get the normality of the solution. And what is Z? This was the topic all about. Z is the acidity of base, basicity of acid, number of electron lost, number of electron gained, or change in the oxidation state depending upon the substance whose equivalent weight is calculated. So I think the concept of equivalent weight is clear to you. So we have dealt with the equivalent weight, the various factors that affects the equivalent weight, how equivalent weight is calculated and expressed, and then how the normality is calculated on the basis of gram equivalent.